Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just want to show my gratitude and give thanks to all of those that helped us reach 10,000 subscribers. And I couldn't have done it without you guys, all the day one supporters. You guys really pushed hard and are just so amazing. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate that. Today, we're going to be covering a story in the Philippines that has captured national attention and sparked international discussion. The country has been hit hard by monsoon floods. And of course, I live in the Philippines now, so I also now have been feeling the brunt of these storms. But what's making headlines now is the growing public anger surrounding failed flood projects, social media outrage against so-called Nepo babies, and the scandal being described as one of the largest in decades. See, as a foreigner living here, I want to share this story with you in a neutral news-style breakdown, while also discussing what it means for expats living in the Philippines and tourists planning to visit in such time of crisis. Weeks of heavy monsoon rains left large parts of the Philippines underwater. Streets in northern regions turned into rivers. Homes were submerged and hospitals faced rising cases of leptospirosis. If you guys don't know what leptospirosis is, it's a disease that spread through the contamination of water, and you can usually get it from animals. So it is a zoonotic disease that can be passed from, let's say, dogs or cats to humans. And if left untreated, the mortality rate is quite high. For Filipinos, this is a humanitarian crisis. For expats and tourists, it was also a stark reminder of how vulnerable certain areas can be during rainy season. Road closures, canceled flights, and disrupted services are not uncommon when flooding strikes. But beyond the natural disasters here, attention has shifted to something man-made: flood control. Projects that have never existed. Authorities admitted that a phantom dam north of Manila, along with over 100 other flood control products, were never built, despite massive funding allocations. For foreigners who invest in property or settle in flood-prone provinces, this revelation raises real concern about infrastructure reliability. Now, the thing about the Nepo babies has been going around like wildfire on social media, and the young Filipinos have really coined this term to call out the children of politicians and contractors. It's honestly sad, and it hits my heart very deeply. And honestly, if I was rich, I wish I could help these people out. But millions of families here in the Philippines have waded through waist-deep floodwaters. Posts appeared online showing luxury lifestyles, imported cars, designer outfits, and lavish vacations. The backlash was immediate. You guys can only imagine. Sarcastic captions like "thanks for sponsoring their lifestyle" trended nationwide on social media. As the outrage spread, many of these accounts either locked down or vanished altogether. For expats scrolling Filipino social media, this has been impossible to miss. It's not like something that's been farmed as a political debate. It's farmed as a cultural outcry against entitlement and privilege during a time of crisis. There's also been a lot of music, memes, and online protests. The cultural response has also fueled this movement as well. An anthem by Glock 9 titled Upuan, which speaks about power and poverty, resurfaced across TikTok and Facebook. I've seen it myself as well. Users paired its lyrics with flood footage and luxury car clips, turning the song into an anthem of the moment. The phrase "robs to riches" also gained traction. For tourists and expats, this is an important cultural insight. In the Philippines, social media isn't just entertainment, it's a platform for collective expression. Outrage, humor, and creativity mix together in ways that shape public conversation far beyond politics. This is less about politics for us foreigners here and more about real-world consequences that affect everyone on the ground in the Philippines. Now, per sources, the scale of this controversy was humongous. Environmental groups including Green Space, a state, since 2023, the losses from unbuilt or failed flood projects cost to be as high as 17.6 billion pesos. This has been described as one of the biggest corruption scandals in decades. For expats, this raises the question about long-term investments. For tourists, it highlights why travel during monsoon season requires careful planning. While natural disasters can't always be prevented, trust in infrastructure and governance plays a major role in how communities recover. And expats, retirees, residents, permanent residents, regular tourists coming through, it all affects everyone that is not a Filipino as well. Of course, we cannot downplay how it affects the Filipinos because honestly, in my own opinion, Filipinos deserve much, much better than what they have right now. And one thing that I've noticed is the public anger is not fading. A nationwide demonstration, dubbed as the Trillion Peso March, was already organized. The name refers to the amount citizens believe had been lost to fraudulent flood control products. The march happened around September 21st, a symbolic date marking the anniversary of martial law in the Philippines in 1972, back when Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s father was the president. For foreigners, this doesn't mean danger, it means awareness, basically. Large public gatherings in the Philippines are often peaceful, but can disrupt traffic and travel schedules. Tourists and expats should be mindful of potential demonstrations and plan around it. For expats and tourists, this story is more than just headlines. And for me, it's more than just headlines because I actually have a genuine love for this country, and I have a genuine love for the people here. And I just wish the best for the people in poverty that are most affected by this, because I have friends that aren't rich. They live in simple houses. These are the people that are affected. These are the people that I care about. But for us foreigners, this story is more than just headlines. It's about floods, infrastructure, and the public trust directly shape everyday life in the Philippines for you and I. The floodwaters may be receding, but the conversation is only growing. What are your thoughts, guys? I want to hear from the expats out there, the tourists that are planning to come to the Philippines, and even you Filipinos out there. What do you guys think? Have you been affected by this? I know I've been affected by this in some shape or form. If you're planning to move to the Philippines or live here long term, does this kind of story make you rethink your plans? Do you see it as part of the challenges of living in a developing country? Let's have a conversation down in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and insights about life in the Philippines as an expat. Peace out.